In this video, we're going to talk about a prospect that the Mets have. He's really a minor leaguer. He's been a guy that's been in the Mets minor leagues for a long time, since 2018. And he's 23 years old. He just recently got promoted to Double-A Binghamton. Now, tonight he pitched the first game of a doubleheader against the Hartford Yard Goats. They are a Double-A affiliate of the Colorado Rockies. In tonight's game, he pitched 7 innings. Now, they played a doubleheader, so when you play doubleheaders in the minor leagues, you got to play seven innings. But he pitched 7 innings of no-hit baseball. Gave up 1 walk, and so it was a walk from getting a perfect game, and he struck out 4. He threw 78 pitches, 53 of those were for strikes. So he had a big game in the first game of a doubleheader. Now, he's had a big week since he got promoted to Double-A. Now, this is from Metsmerized Online. Headline, Joanda Suarez named Eastern League Pitcher of the Week. Joanda Suarez's first week in Double-A continues to get sweeter, after they'd thrown 6 no-hit innings in which he struck out 6 and walked just 1. The Rumble Ponies announced on Monday that Suarez was named Minor League Baseball's Eastern League Pitcher of the Week for August 28th through September 3rd. He might be doing 2 weeks in a row, because he's pitched now 13 innings of no-hit baseball in the minor leagues in Double-A. Suarez, who's 23 and originally from Cumana, Venezuela, was signed by the Mets in 2018. After spending extensive time on the injured list between 21 and 22 as a result of having Tommy John surgery, the right-handed starting pitcher appears to be healthy and is finding his groove on the mound. Suarez was called up from Single-A Brooklyn on August 29th after going 5-9 with a 5.08 ERA with the Cyclones. During his time with the Mets High A affiliate, he threw 90 1/3 innings, giving up 51 earned runs on 83 hits with 45 walks and an impressive 118 strikeouts. During his last start with Brooklyn, he broke the team's single-season franchise record for strikeouts at 118. Suarez's first game with Double-A Binghamton came on August 31st against the Harrisburg Senators, the Nationals Double-A affiliate. During 6 no-hit innings, Suarez walked just 1 batter, so he walked 2 batters in the last 13 innings and struck out 6. After Bingo went on to defeat Harrisburg in a 1-0 shutout, Suarez was credited with his first Double-A win. Combined between High A in Brooklyn and Double-A Binghamton, after striking out 6 against Harrisburg, he has struck out a combined 124 batters in less than 100 innings. He also improves, he's now 7-9 on the season combined between the two levels, and has a combined ERA which is now 4.44. So it's really dropped. Binghamton on Tuesday will begin their final road trip of the season with a 7-game series against the Hartford Yard Goats. That includes a doubleheader on September 7th, which is Thursday, which he pitched a no-hitter. They will then return home on September 12th for the final homestand and final series of the season against the Reading Fighting Phils. The Rumble Ponies rotation now features Tyler Stewart, Christian Scott, Dominic Hamill, and Blade Tidwell in addition to Suarez. The Rumble Ponies have the chance, this is not in the article, they have a chance to make the playoffs. They're going to make the playoffs this year. A little extra background on this game that he pitched last week. Amid star-studded lineups, Suarez steals spotlight with 6 no-hit frames. From last week, Thursday's MLB Pipeline Game of the Month was meant to be a showcase for bats. 6 top 100 prospects were split evenly between Binghamton and Harrisburg. The Mets had Luis Angel Acuna, Drew Gilbert, and Kevin Parada, and the visiting Harrisburg team, which was the Nationals team, had Dylan Cruz, who was the number 2 pick in the MLB draft in 2023, James Wood and Brady House, and each of the half-dozen piled their trades at the plate. Mets right-handed pitching prospect tossed 6 hitless innings in his Double-A debut to lead Binghamton to a 1-0 win over Harrisburg at Mirabito Stadium. Suarez struck out 6. And we know about this. Let me read you from the Rumble Ponies coach. Quote, "We're trying to get guys a couple of levels up where they've heard of every player they face. We don't want to make too big a deal about the ones that everybody's heard. It's looked like to me he pitched the same throughout the lineup, which is what you want." The 23-year-old right-hander certainly didn't look intimidated right out of the chute, first getting Cruz, the Senators' leadoff hitter, to ground out meekly back to the mound and then rolling off a string of 4 straight strikeouts against Robert Hassel III, Trey Lipscomb, Wood, and House. I mean, really amazing stuff. Here's some more stuff. He and catcher Hayden Sanger from Sanger did a really good job of mixing pitches and mixing speeds. Sometimes if you bring a guy to another level, they tend to fall into their comfort zone and just to throw a bunch of fastballs, or they think they can have to trick hitters and throw all off speed. But I thought he did a really good job of mixing, and that's pitching fundamentals 101. Strikeouts weren't tough to come by for Suarez during his high A stint. Venezuela native left Brooklyn as the club's single-season strikeout record holder for 118 and 90 in a third innings. Instead of trying to overpower hitters and losing command in the process, Suarez was up to a career-high 96 in the third innings this season. After going Tommy John surgery in 2021, has learned to trust his stuff in the zone early and get chases outside of it when the count is in his favor. It's work that started in Coney Island, but now they continue to New York's southern tier. So this is very interesting. It's the thing about pitching, that a prospect, a guy can go from being not a prospect, and then all of a sudden will come out of nowhere. We know the story of Jacob deGrom. Jacob deGrom came up with the reputation he was going to be a guy that was going to be a piece in the bullpen. And the Mets started him in a game against the Yankees back in 2014, and obviously he became a star. Probably became like the third greatest pitcher in Mets history. So this will happen. This will happen over the course of really any team can produce this. But it has to happen. Now, you let me know what you think about this video. I want to mention, if you're watching my videos, try to watch the entirety of the video, because then, one, it makes the video go out further onto YouTube, and also it helps get the hours up. I'm trying to get to eventually 3,000 hours, which will help the channel get monetized partially, and if we get to 4,000 hours, we will get fully monetized, at least from the viewed hours standpoint. So we're halfway, a little halfway there. At least, it's a little over 2,000. So, not to bog you down with little details of that, but I would appreciate it if you watch the entirety of the video, if you can. And thank you for watching this video. Of course, please subscribe to the Prospect Hut. Thank you, and I'll see you later.